Peter, we're marking 30 years since the first Irish News All-Stars event in 86, and you were there at corner forward. I mean, looking back on it, it must have been an honour, like the saying, it's fond memory for you to be named on that team.
Well, it was the first time, it was the first year of the Irish News All-Stars, so it's nice to be remembered. I know all players would tell you it's about the team winning, that individual awards don't matter. But they do matter. People do appreciate them, and you like being acknowledged for playing well, no matter what code you play in. So little did I know back then that it was going to be the start of something big, and sure, the Irish News All-Star Awards now one of the biggest nights of the year.
Absolutely it is. And what are your memories of that late 86 season? Tyrone defended their Ulster title.
Yeah, we had won Ulster in '95, got to All-Ireland final, defeated by Dublin in controversial circumstances, and '96 to go back and win Ulster was a big thing, because I think it hadn't been done for over 20 years. Prior to that, Derry maybe might have been the last team in the 70s, if I'm correct. So to win back-to-back Ulsters was a big thing. We defeated Down in a very hard-fought game in '96, and Meath beat us then in the semi-final. So brilliant times. We had a great team, but unlike Down, unlike Donegal, unlike Derry, we didn't go on and win the All-Ireland, which for us as a group then was bitterly disappointing.
But you obviously, you had a wait in the next millennium. You won 2 more, and you did finally get the...
Yeah, it was good to get back, but it was with a different team. It took the emergence of a younger group led by Cormac McNannon, Kevin Hughes, Stephen O'Neill, and so on. There was a great bunch emerged at the start of the noughties, late 90s, early noughties, and it was that younger generation, I suppose, that Mickey came in, brought in, and I suppose they showed us the way, and luckily enough, a couple of the outer hands stayed on to enjoy the ride.
Absolutely. And the theme of this year's All-Stars is legends. And I'm sure you're looking forward to being there, meeting some former teammates and old adversaries, etc.
Yeah, the theme of the All-Star night is legends, so I'm looking forward to meeting Neil Delamere. That should be interesting. A few other boys that I would have played a bit of football with, the likes of Kevin Cassidy and Oisin McConville. So, look, it's always good to meet up with fellas that you played with and fellas that you played against. And no doubt there'll be a few yarns told, and there'll be a bit of crack, and hopefully we'll have a good night's crack.
Yes, I'm 30 years old from '86. How has football changed? I mean, where do you see the GAA now at this stage?
Yeah, look, it's easy to be critical of lots of things that's going on in the GAA at the minute. But if you sit back just outside of the bubble and look in, you'll see that we've got a very healthy organisation. You look at the clubs in Tyrone at the minute, there's not a poor facility in Tyrone. The amount of grounds that are so well kept and so well looked after. And when I say grounds, it's not one pitch. Most clubs now have 2, maybe 3 pitches, such as the demand at underage. So a lot of our young boys and girls want to play our Gaelic games, and hopefully on the back of the rule changes, the game, to me, so far has definitely improved from what we've witnessed in recent years. It was going down a road we didn't want to go, and something had to be done. So now in Tyrone, I'm looking at other games, and even the inter-county game this summer was much better as well. So would like to think we'll get back on track, and the GAA as a whole is in a pretty decent position.